256 megabytes of RAM. That's less than a phone from over a decade ago, and yet this build runs a full modern operating system on it with every app and game working normally. This is one of the earliest releases of the next generation of Windows, and most people haven't even heard of it yet. It only needs about 5 gigabytes of storage, compared to the 20 or 30 gigs a normal install eats up. Close this now, and you'll be one of the last to know before it's everywhere. Hello and welcome to HT, and if you are our daily viewer, welcome back. Today, we will take a look how Tiny 11 27H2 v5 performs against Windows 11. App count first, because day one clutter is a real problem people ignore until it slows them down at the worst time. Windows 11 greets you with a start menu jammed with pins and recommendations. 33 pre-installed apps come along for the ride, and most of them fight uninstall hard. Fresh setup already feels cluttered and scattered before you open anything useful. Tiny 11 flips that completely. Clean start menu, 0 pinned apps, 0 recommended clutter eating space on the side. Pre-installed app count sits at 0 as well. You decide what gets installed on this machine. Storage check, and this one hits hard right away. Clean Windows 11 claims 26.7 gigabytes the second setup ends. Drive space vanishes before you add a single program of your own. Tiny 11 finishes install at 5.17 gigabytes. Tiny footprint, light system, and a massive chunk of storage left waiting for apps, files, and games that actually earn their place on the drive. Idle RAM next, the test that usually shocks people the first time they see it. Windows 11 on a quiet 4 gigabyte machine holds 2.8 gigabytes, over half your memory gone while you sit there doing nothing. Crack open a few Chrome tabs and the box starts to stall hard. Tiny 11 skips that mess. Idle on the same 4 gigabyte setup, it holds about 1.5 gigabytes, already a much cleaner baseline for daily work. Still want that number lower? Fire up Velotic Pro, open the cleanup page, and enable AI RAM cleaning. Within seconds, you drop to 0.7 gigabytes. Building a leaner Windows installer with less RAM waste and no bloat baggage hanging off it, Velotic is the tool for that job. Not a sponsored shout-out. We made this one ourselves. Velotic is a Windows utility that brings your PC maintenance into one place. Let me show you what it does. Velotic is a Windows utility that brings your PC maintenance into one place. Let me show you what it does. The dashboard. A clear readout of your system, processor, memory, storage. The information you need without opening half a dozen menus. Gaming. Velotic adjusts settings to improve frame rates and configure your GPU for games. The changes are applied for you. No manual registry edits, no guessing which toggle matters. Automatic cleanup. When your system needs it, Velotic frees RAM and removes junk files. It runs quietly in the background. You set your preferences and leave it alone. Debloat. Choose a pre-built profile or create your own. Remove bundled software and services you do not want. Windows stays, just leaner, closer to how you prefer it. App installs. Search for software inside Velotic and install directly. One step, one source. No third-party download sites, no extra installers bundled in. Compression and power tuning. Compress disk data to recover space, up to 70% on supported files with no noticeable performance hit. Separate tools tune the CPU for lower heat and better battery life on portable machines. 500 plus tweaks. Fine-grained control over how Windows behaves. Every change is optional. Use as many or as few as you want. Everything in one application. Cleanup, debloating, installs, compression, tweaks, normally scattered across separate tools. Velotic combines them. Early bird access is linked below. Windows 11 to Tiny 11. Open debloat, select Tiny 11, press play. Velotic manages the full debloat from start to finish. That is the workflow most users come for. Velotic is available now at early bird pricing, link in the description. CPU load while the system sits idle and quiet. Windows 11 runs 144 processes, 2,100 threads, and 59,000 handles. Plenty of background noise for a machine that should be resting. Tiny 11 on that same hardware, 93 processes, 1,200 threads, and 33,000 handles. Quieter background means better temps under load, higher FPS when you game, and snappier response when you need the system to wake up fast. Geekbench 7 is the real-world stamp on performance. Windows 11 lands 2,149 single-core and 4,667 multi-core. Tiny 11 on identical hardware posts, 2,316 single-core and 5,883 multi-core. Same rig, same run, clear winner every time. Full benchmark links go in the description so you can check the raw scores yourself and verify every number. Config time? Windows Defender works properly on Tiny 1127H2V5. No weird breakage. Default setting is off, so it stays out of your way and skips the false positive spam that eats attention. Need protection turned on? Open the Configure app, head to the Defender section, click Enable, and you are set. Confirm in Security Center if you want the visual green light on screen. Security updates remain enabled by design. Only security patches arrive quietly in the background. Everything else stays paused. Turn those optional updates on only when you truly need them, because unpausing can drag Microsoft bloatware back onto the system without warning. You can disable every update from Configure if you insist, but do not. Full disable breaks the Microsoft Store, and that hurts more than it helps. Store itself runs normally on Tiny 11, same as any other modern Windows you already know. No apps ship pre-installed, so Store covers your daily utilities. Notepad, calculator, snipping tool, whatever you reach for during the day. Launch it, search the title you need, tap Get, and install begins right away. Sign in with a Microsoft or Xbox account to unlock purchased apps and games from your library. Afterward, Notepad launches without drama and without weird bugs. Now the famous Tiny 11 stress test, running on just 256 megabytes of RAM. For reference, machines ran on 256 megabytes almost 25 to 30 years ago, back in the 90s. Today, this 2026 build matches that floor and boots cleanly on 256 megabytes. Of course, it is not blazing fast at that level. Speed is not the goal here. The goal is showing how low it can go without falling over. And when we say stable, we mean it. It does not crash at 256 megabytes RAM. We kept our promise. Now it is your turn. Like this video and subscribe to the channel if you have not already. But thanks for watching today. This is the Harbor of Tech sailing off.